Well, my dearies are out here today. Hi guys. I wish I could have brought some snackies for you guys. I don't know if you can see them. Oops, sorry. All right, here's a couple more. Something has disturbed them. Come some more. Is something bothering you guys today? It's not me. I've been here for a while. It seems like over in this area something has disturbed them or spooked them. March 20th, 2015. I'm approaching my sighting area, which is up in the Watch Lake Peninsula, which is just ahead of me here. Behind me is a southern section where there's campgrounds. Who knows, maybe I'll get lucky today up here and find something worth filming. So my dear friends in this area that have become accustomed to me, they seem to have been spooked by something over here. It could have been by me too. They're wild. I'm just going to make a quick sweep through. This is the area where the America on Earth did that episode Tracking Bigfoot, which aired January 17th of this year. I worked with a film company called Committee Films back in June of 2014. We went in my sighting area and, as you've seen on the clip, documented my experience from that day. Scott, who is the host of that show, does a good job. So, unfortunately, they edited my part out to the bone, so what you've seen on that show is just basic, generic, my sighting information. I discussed a lot of other things with Scott, but I always thought I'd return here today. It's a good way to start out my Bigfoot research for 2015. I will probably be making many trips here because this is my sighting area. I've seen the being, I'm not going to use the word creature, I've seen the being in this area. Locals have also seen it near Peltier Island in 2000. BFRO's got that documented sighting in their database. For 2000 in Minnesota and Oka County, you can look that up. Unfortunately, they don't have my sighting, which should have been added to their database. I always like to make a clip before I head in here, but I'm always nervous. What I seen on that day was pretty scary. I was in shock for 3 days after seeing it. And as I tell other people all the time, this wasn't a might have been or could have been. It was just like these deer. I seen so many details that I seen it. Mostly the upper back and the back of the head because of the brush. But it was almost like it was floating away. There was no up or down movement, as if we would produce if we were running. Almost like it was floating away. And the muscles in the upper back and the shoulder blades almost seemed to ripple as it was moving. It didn't turn around and look at me. So every time I return here, it's kind of like I'm having post-traumatic stress. The events of the day always come back. When you come to an area where you've had traumatic experience, no matter how many times you return to that area, you always have some apprehension. After all, I'm only 6'4", 6'5", 225 pounds. This being we seen was like 8 feet tall, 600 to 800 pounds. 600 to 800 pounds. Can easily stomp me dry like a fence post, but they're not violent in nature, so their chameleon abilities, I believe, go beyond what we understand as life on this world, and goes beyond what we call the fantastic. And I mentioned that these are spiritual beings. The Native Americans consider Bigfoot the brothers of the forest. They're the champions of the forest. Their abilities go beyond what we consider life on this world because they're able to chameleon or disappear either based on interdimensional traveling or there's a lot of things in this world that mankind hasn't documented, and we have to keep an open mind on what could be, what might be. As in the X-Files saying, what may be improbable may be probable. So it disappeared just as quickly as I seen it, so on that day I tried to go after it. And I don't know how I would feel if I'd actually had the sighting again. Maybe I'll end up acting the same way I did on October 9th of 2008 out here. After losing sight of it, I ran into a panic attack and felt my life was in danger. And I ran and I ran and I ran just to get out to the park road over here. I felt it was following me all the way. So I'm going to get off of here, just a simple documentation. Let people know my research is beginning. I'm planning a West Central Wisconsin Wendigo trip soon again. And people keep asking me, Wendigo, Wendiwoo, Lukataru, there's so many names for this. I believe it's in the category of what Monster Quest did an episode on, and that's mutant and hybrid wolves, canine wolves, that are just beyond what the normal wolf would be out here. Whatever's being seen is in the 300 to 400 pound category, I believe. Very large. And their episode was talked about how it's been seen since the 1800s from Maine to Michigan, Wisconsin, and here in Minnesota. So I will continue that research. And while I'm in that area in La Crosse searching for the dogman, I always keep my eyes set and open for what else that's been seen down in that area. If you notice, Monster Quest did an episode. I'm not sure what to think about this cryptoid, so I don't research it real. But they've been seeing what appears to be the Mothman. And I always keep my eye open when I'm down there for that. I'm going to get back in here and see what I can find anything. My deer were spooked by something. Hopefully I can find some kind of interesting tidbits today. Otherwise, these are general field clips. You watch these. I'm sorry you don't come out here and find things all the time. But I have to run the camera and make clips. It shows them out here. And luck of the draw, someday while I'm running this camera on my GoPro that I have, something will occur and I'll be able to capture it in video.